In this video, I'm going to tell you about how I turned a $1,000 deposit into more than $27,000 using OddsJam. My sports betting journey started almost 3 years ago. A friend of mine who worked at one of the major sports betting websites told me about arbitrage betting. Arbitrage betting is when you put money on both possible outcomes of a bet and win a profit regardless of what side of the bet wins. For example, say that the Dallas Cowboys are playing the New York Giants. Hypothetically, you bet $50 on the Giants, and if they win, you win $105. Then you also bet $50 on the Cowboys, and if they win, you win $105. So in total, you're betting $100, and since one of the two teams has to win, you are guaranteeing yourself a $5 profit. $5 profit doesn't seem like much, but when you think about it, where else can you get a guaranteed 5% ROI in one day? So I started doing some research online, and I stumbled upon OddsJam. I watched some of their videos and decided to download the 7-day free trial. At the time, I had accounts on DraftKings and FanDuel. I figured I'd put $500 into each account and see if I could make enough money in that 7-day trial to pay for a 1-month subscription of OddsJam. Keep in mind, I was only using DraftKings and FanDuel, and I only bet with $1,000 total. I started with very small bets just to get my feet wet. These are the arbitrage bets currently available right now, and I'll show you a small example of the types of bets I was making. In that first week, I made $218 in profit, and from that point, I was hooked. I decided to get a membership, and I was off to the races. Once I got my membership, I realized that if I downloaded more sports books, I could make even more profit using arbitrage betting. Just about every sports book has some kind of sign-up bonus as well. These sign-up bonuses are always changing, but here are a few that are available right now. I live in New Jersey, and over time, I downloaded every sports book that was available in the state. I utilized all of their sign-up bonuses and hedged just about all of them to create arbitrage opportunities. Every one of these sports books also had daily promos that you can continue to use each and every day. Here's FanDuel's promo page for today. You can see that they have a 30% soccer profit boost, a WNBA 30% profit boost, and several more promos. Every sportsbook will have new promos every day, and you can use these to make even more arbitrage bets. I continued to build up my bankroll, and by the end of the month, I made $1,825.96 in profit, which you can see here. That's a crazy ROI in a month off of a $1,000 deposit. I also was probably only spending about an hour a day making these bets. Now that I had more money in my betting accounts, I was able to bet higher amounts, which ultimately resulted in more profits. Here are my bets for my second month. As you can see, I made $2,836.01 in profit. By utilizing sign-up bonuses, I was able to have some pretty lucrative days. On this day, I made $851. I don't specifically remember that bet, but it was most likely a $1,000 deposit bonus that I hedged with another sportsbook. So in total, at this point, I profited over $4,600 after 2 months. With my initial $1,000 deposit still in my account, I had over $5,000 to bet with, which allowed me to do even better in my third month, which you can see here. As you can see, this month I made over $3,300. So after 3 months on OddsJam, I was up to over $8,000 in profits. This was all totally risk-free as every bet was arbitrage. You'll also notice that I had some days where I lost money. This is because I was making bets to activate promotions. For example, some sites will offer a risk-free bet as a sign-up bonus. You can see BetMGM has one going on right now. I'll go into more detail on how to do this in a future video, but I would place a $1,500 bet on something that will most likely not hit. I would then hedge that bet on another sportsbook. I'd lose money on the initial bet, but I would get that $1,500 free bet that I would then turn in to guaranteed profits by hedging it. So anyway, after my first 3 months on OddsJam, I had some life stuff going on. I didn't have as much time to bet, so I decided to withdraw all my profits and start over. I pulled out my $8,000 plus in profits and left in my initial $1,000. As you can see, there were way more days where I didn't place any bets, and my profits were down. But over the next 2 years, I continued to arbitrage fairly regularly. I will go into more detail about this in another video, but I also visited other states and utilized their sign-up bonuses. I live in New Jersey, and I'm within an hour drive of Pennsylvania, New York, and Maryland. So I've gone to each of those states and used the majority of the sign-up bonuses. Anyways, like I said, I continued to arbitrage fairly regularly over the next 2 years. Here are my lifetime profits. You can see here that I've profited $27,700. I wouldn't have been able to do any of this without OddsJam. So if you enjoy betting on sports or just looking for a side hustle, I cannot recommend OddsJam enough. You can get a 7-day free trial right now, and I can almost guarantee that the profits you make in those first 7 days will pay for a 1-month subscription. I hope you enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for more sports betting content.